The colors I'm using today is coming from a great anniversary toast collection that's on sale through April 7th. First thing I'm adding is Silk Pore and Wrinkle Minimizer. It's the primer. You want to let that sit in your pores for just a few minutes and it'll fill in and your makeup will go on really smooth. Right now I'm mixing a little bit of the color correcting tinted moisturizer and my foundation shade in Buff. And just applying that directly onto your skin. The color correcting tinted moisturizer is my favorite because it has some green pigment in there in addition to the other amazing ingredients. But what the green pigment does is it counterbalances any redness in my skin, which you can watch. We call it magic for a reason. Watch as it just color matches to my skin tone. So you can apply it with your fingers. I prefer to use a brush. I feel like I get a little bit better coverage when I use a brush. And I recommend just using a tapping motion all over your skin. And that gives you a really good coverage. Look at the difference. That red it's amazing how much it just evens out your skin tone. So sometimes I wear just the tinted moisturizer, but today I'm showing you how you can blend the two together to get just a little bit more coverage by adding in some of your foundation. So the colors I'm using is light medium tinted moisturizer, and then I put the Buff foundation shade. And now what I'm doing is adding a little bit of deep color correcting tinted moisturizer. We have several products that you can use as your concealer. Today I'm using the Deep. And you can tell it's a darker shade than my skin tone. And what it's doing, it has a little bit of warmth to it. So normally I wouldn't use this, but spring is around the corner. So this gives you a little bit of warmth to your skin, kind of like a bronzer, right? It's giving you that warmth on your skin in all the right places. So the goal with this is to start just above your ear, where your ear attaches, and come in along your jaw or your cheekbone. And then that gives you it makes it look indented, darker colors recede. So it makes it look like your cheeks come in or you have more pronounced cheekbones. And then I also, as you saw, followed along my hairline. I have a larger forehead, so I like to come in and give it a little contour there so it looks like a little more shape. And then I'm coming in under my jaw. And what that does is it kind of creates a little more definition between my neck and my jaw. Blend it slightly down your neck so that it just gives you a little more coverage and everything comes together instead of looking like a head sitting on a neck. A little bit of contour under my lips so my lips will look a little fuller, and along the edges of my nose. Next thing we're going to get is a little bit of pearlizer. Pearlizer is in the same formulation as our waterproof foundations and tinted moisturizer, but it's a more sheer look with a slight shimmer. So I love to use this on the tops of my cheekbones, the tip of my nose, and right in the Cupid's bow. You can also put a little under the arches of your brows, anywhere you want a little shimmer. Another idea is to use the pearlizer under your tinted moisturizer or foundation to give you an all-over slight shimmer to your makeup look. I'm wiping off the product from my brows because we're getting in, and I'm going to put on the Brow Sense Brow Building Gel. This is a clear gel that you brush on. I like to brush it on a little bit thick and then let it start to get tacky. And then you can go in and push it in the right direction, flatten it a little bit, and that's going to give you more of that laminated brow look. And then let it dry. Now we're going in with some of the amazing SeneGence blush. The color I'm using today is Toasted Rose. It gives it a little slightly pinkish brown color. Since the colors I'm using today are all going to be in the nude family, this just gives you a little bit of blush on your cheeks. Then I'm going back in with the spoolie brush to comb that Brow Sense gel in the right direction. Now, this is one of my tips for great brows, especially if you have gray or light blonde hair, is to use the eye pencil. This is the waterproof eye pencil, and I'm just using a little angled brow brush to apply that color to my brows. I like to start about a third back from the inner corner and then come along the lower line up to the arch and then build from the arch out and then soften that arch. Then just come back through and take that brush and push it through so it's coloring the skin and the hairs. Flip the brush around and use the spoolie side, and that's how you comb it through. Now this is one of the colors in the Anniversary Toast package. This is called Pink Opal Shimmer. I'll apply that all over my lid and then take a fluffy brush and just blend out the edges of that. I really want to center that on the eyelid, especially if you have hooded eyes. You want to keep the lighter, brighter colors on the lower lid, and then you can use the medium to darker shades on the brow bone or the outer corner. So just blend that around. You can see it just gives a subtle shimmer. You're never too old for a subtle shimmer. Now we're going in with French Roast. This is another eye scent shade, shadow scent shade that's in the Anniversary Toast collection. These two colors go really nice together. The French Roast has a little bit of a warm tone where the Pink Opal Shimmer is a cool. So this is a really great color combination for anyone who's in that middle color family. I typically wear warm tones, so the way I'm applying this, it just really gives me a nice look to my eyes. With a hooded eye, remember you want to keep the darker color to the outer corner of your eye and then bring it up along the brow bone. You have to keep opening your eye and looking directly into your mirror so that you can bring it high enough. You want to see a little bit of that darker color as you open your eyelid, resting eyelid look. You can see I'm just bringing that under my lower lashes. It gives my eye a little bit more of an open look. My goal is to lift my outer corner of my lids. You can always go back and add a little more. It's a lot easier to add more than to start with too much and you can't get rid of it. One of the biggest challenges is to keep your skin from moving around when you're applying it. The color I'm using now is Whisper Pink. This is a matte shade, and I love to use this or Snow just to lighten the inner corner of my eye. So I just dot a little on and then take a little tiny brush to blend that into the other colors that are on my eyelid. Just kind of wakes up the inner corner of your eye a little bit. Now we're going in with the lip scent shades. These are in this lip scent shade is Blush and the gloss is Madeline. These two colors come in the Anniversary Toast collection as well. This lip scent shade is one of my favorites. It is just a really good nude pinkish brown. It works great on so many skin tones. So what I'm doing first is going in with the tip of the applicator and drawing just above my Cupid's bow. With these colors, because they're a pigment instead of a stain, you can draw your line and extend your lips just a little bit, even out any off-centered lips that you have, and it looks really nice and natural. So go in with the edges first to create sort of your line, and then you can go in with the color. And the way I like to describe it is press and glide. So you want clean, dry lips, and then just press and glide the color all the way across your lip. And that's going to give you a really nice application. With lip scents, you want to make sure that you apply 3 thin coats of color. Let it briefly dry, just a few seconds in between each coat. But as you can see, I'm just start in the center and come out on my upper lip, and on my lower lip I start in one corner and come all the way across. You don't want to stop and start or go back and forth over it, or you'll notice it's like paint. You put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off. So just try and apply in one sweep. And again, 3 coats. You can also use your colors, 2 different shades or 3 different shades, really. As long as you're applying 3 thin coats of color, you can use one shade to line and a couple colors to create more of an ombre lip as well. Now, while my lips are drying, I'm using a black-brown eye pencil This again is the made with carnauba wax. This is the waterproof eye pencils, and I'm putting that under my upper lashes. You want to make sure your lids are a little bit dry, and then come in right under your lashes to create more of that dramatic. Makes your lash line look thicker. When you have a hooded eye, remember you don't want to cover up too much of your eyelid space. So if you come in under, that's a little tip that will still create a nice line along your lashes and not take up too much lid space. So as you can see, I'm just wiping away any tears. And then I'm going back on top just in the outer third of my upper eyelid and bringing that color out a little bit. And then use your fingernail to just clean that up and give you a nice lift at the corner. And finally, we're topping off the blush lip sense with Madeline Gloss. This is a slightly tinted gloss, very similar color to the actual lip color. And so you get a nice moisturized, hydrated lip color that's going to stay on 8 to 10 hours. Some people can wear it up to 16 hours. Next, I'm going in with the mascara. This is the primer. This is the Undersense primer. You can see it's a nude shade. This has Capixyl in it, which is our ingredient that feeds your hair follicles. It helps your lashes to grow in 46% in 4 to 6 weeks. That was an independent study done, and we're thrilled with the results. So I want to make sure that I'm applying this primer to keep my lashes growing and healthy. And then I'm coming in with our new magic mascara. This is the Viral Fiber Extend Mascara by SeneGence. And this mascara applies so easy. The applicator has a bunch of little combs on it. So as you're applying it to your lashes, it lifts your lashes up and it combs the fibers right into the nice alignment. So your lashes just look really natural. And it's water resistant as well. Not waterproof, but water resistant. I have had no issues with this whatsoever. Of course, I haven't been swimming in the ocean yet, but I'm amazed at the results I get with 1 or 2 coats of this Fiber Extend Mascara, and it is now available. I recommend you also include our Gentle Foops Remover, which is a great way to remove your makeup, including the mascara at the end of the day. Look at the lift in those lashes. Last, I'm coming in with our translucent powder. This powder, I'm just pressing it in with a little triangular shaped pad. I'm pressing in the translucent shade right in the center of my face, and then I'll come in with the light. I'm using light today. Comes in lots of shades, but I'm using the light with a fluffy brush and just gently wipe the powder, dust the powder all over your face. There's no talc. It's really good for your skin. It's 1 molecule away from being a cream. It's just such a nice hydrating powder. It gives you, I like to call it my Instagram filter on my skin, because it just gives you this nice, soft, silky blend on your skin. And that's pretty much it. Got to get that hair in the right direction. New haircuts are tough. Have a great day. All these products are available on my website, www.kissmekatie411.com.